Hey my friend, my name is Alex Zubarev, and in this short video I'm gonna explain how to set up your Aweber Autoresponder. I'm gonna show you tons of tips and tricks for you to be able to monetize your list, to be able to set it up correctly so that you can create the most profits in your online business or your offline business, because this autoresponder, Aweber, I've been using for years. I've been online over 10 years. And I suggest that you turn off any distractions, shut down your Skype, your cell phone, your iPhone, your Facebook, and pay full attention, because I want to give you tons of tips and tricks absolutely free. And I think it's going to be worthwhile for you to pay attention. So in our marketplace, there's quite a few autoresponders, but I believe, and I strongly believe, that Aweber is one of the best when it comes to delivery, when it comes to open rates, and more importantly, clicks, because clicks lead to sales. So this is my autoresponder I've been using for a few years. So not a huge list, about 27,000 subscribers. And more importantly, you have to realize, as a marketer, as a business owner, your list is your number one asset, right? Because without the list of subscribers, prospects, you have no business, right? You have nobody to market to, you have nobody to sell your products or services to. So let's get with today's content, and got some notes for myself so that I keep myself on track and show you guys what you need to know. So we're gonna go over how to create lists and forms. We're gonna go over how you can import your existing list, possibly of prospects and clients, without getting banned, because it's very important that you clean your list before you do that procedure. Also, we're gonna talk about how to set up follow-up email campaigns. We're gonna talk about how to send broadcasts, newsletters, for maximum profits, how to maximize your profits from existing leads. We're also going to talk about how to stay out of a spam box. Very, very important. A lot of new people make that mistake without, they send a broadcast and they're not even testing their inbox, whether their email lands in the person's inbox or it goes to a marketing folder or spam, which is something you don't want to happen to you. So, let's go over how to create from scratch, list and forms. Very, very easy, okay? So as you can see, I have tons of lists, and each list has different subscribers. So I'm segmenting my lists depending on the traffic source, where I'm getting the traffic, where people are coming from, whether they're coming from YouTube, whether they're coming from Facebook, whether they're coming from solo ads, right? Whether they're coming from any other traffic source. So I separate them by different products and services I'm selling, right? Different opportunities. I'm in a online business opportunity space. So I have a lot of different opportunities that are always separate from each other, because you don't want to obviously confuse people. You don't want you want to have strategic marketing set up in place, so that way you can have multiple income streams like I do. I have tons of different income streams coming in because I've been in the space for a long time. But guess what? I started from zero. So Aweber is one of the best autoresponders. So thanks to Aweber, I was able to generate results like you see, getting giant checks on stage, which allowed me to go full time in this industry. To ditch my corporate job, my 9 to 5, and obviously live my life on my terms, and you can do the same. So let's get with the program. I want to show you my results and all that stuff. We can talk about that later, or you can learn about that from my other videos or from the links in the description. So let's go and set up a list. So this is how you do it. You go, because I do it automatically, so I'm gonna go slow. I'm gonna try to put myself like in the newbie shoes, put my newbie hat on and go slow, so that way you can follow. Also, you can always pause the video and do that step that I'm showing you. So this is probably the best way to learn and to implement how to set it up. So if I want to create a new list, I'll go to manage lists, right? And we're going to click on create a list right here. And let's say, what are we promoting? Let's think about what we're going to promote. Here you're going to put your company name, right? If you don't have a company name, you can register your company, LLC, or you can do it as business, doing business as, right? So you can do a DBA, or you can just put your name if you want. So for me, it's Alex Ventures. This is my company website. So put your website there. Also sender's name. So sometimes I send from different emails. So normally I would send from my name, Alex Zubarev, and my sender's email address, alex@allinvipaccess.com. So whichever the email address you're using, very important, don't use Gmail address. Don't use Yahoo email address, because that's a sure way to get to the spam box. I don't think even Aweber will allow you to use free email account. So you need to set up an email account through like GoDaddy or Namecheap, get a domain, and it's very simple. I'm probably gonna do a recording on that video as well. I'm gonna be putting out a lot of content, a lot of videos like this to help you guys set up your business tools, right? Your picks and shovels, if you will, for the business, the way you need to set them up. So that way you would save yourself possibly years of frustration and set up your business the right way from the get-go. So this is where your name goes. This is where from email, right, address goes. So let's click on next step. Okay, let's give a name to a list. So let's say maybe you're selling diet products, maybe you're selling weight loss products, maybe you're selling some course, maybe online marketing course, maybe a digital course, whatever it is. Let's think about the niche. Maybe a diet. Okay, so let's call it our weight loss tips. It doesn't matter what you call it, as long as you can distinguish that list. And for example, I'm doing Facebook ads, so it would be weight loss tips Facebook. So that way I know where the leads are coming from. Leads description, same thing. It could be, well, this is something that your subscribers will see when they go to unsubscribe. Let's say they don't want to get communication from you for whatever reason, and that's okay. Don't freak out. When people unsubscribe, it's okay, because you want to keep your list clean. You don't want people to complain. You don't want people to, bitch and moan about stuff that they don't want to receive. Okay, so in the list description, I will put, our daily, because I recommend sending emails daily. That way you make a lot more results in your business. Our daily weight loss tips newsletter. All right, click on next step, and we're gonna go. Obviously, if English is your primary language, that's what you're gonna go with. Obviously, I speak multiple languages, but I communicate in English with my subscribers. Confirm your subscription, doesn't matter. You can edit this. Honestly, you don't have to go crazy about it. You can just click on green button, approve message, cheeky boom, we're done, create the list. We are off to a good start, right? So we got the list, and you'll see the list name populated in a few seconds. If you go to manage list, it should be in there. Weight loss. It sometimes could take a couple of minutes, but you'll see it eventually. Now, let's go create, here we go, current list, our weight loss tips, Facebook, right? So the second step would be to create the form, right? The subscriber form, where people land on a page on your website or landing page. There's a form where it says, please enter your email, please enter your first name, last name, and email address. So that way we can give you this free ebook, right? Your lead magnet, or we can give you access to the system we're using to make money online, or whatever it is that you're promoting. In our case, weight loss tips. So enter your first name, last name, and email address to receive this cookbook to lose, I don't know, your first 10 pounds, right? In the next 30 to 60 days, for example, right? Just thinking out loud. So let's create a form. So as you can see, there are sign up forms. So let's click on sign up forms and let's create a sign up form. Very, very simple stuff. By default, you will have name and email. Now, I use ClickFunnels and I use Leadpages. It's seamless integration. I don't need to create any, like, I don't need to install the website. I don't need to install WordPress. This is where a lot of new people get stuck. I got stuck in that for like 6 months, trying to figure stuff out. Then I'm like, I got Leadpages. I see like my mentors using Leadpages. Then I saw other business partners are using ClickFunnels. So the best way is to get one of those products. If you need it, you'll find the link in the description. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Name and email. I'm not going to get fancy because this is what Leadpages and ClickFunnels is for. However, you can install this HTML form on your WordPress or your website. So with that, I'm going to click Next, save your form. Go to the next step. And you can give it a name. So for this form, I would call it weight loss tips form. Just so that it's congruent and you don't get lost in case you need to go back and find the form. Everything is congruent. So I recommend using the same name convention. So in this form, so I probably should call it our weight loss tips form. Facebook. Save your form, go to step 3. Now you have 3 options. You can install your form, like I said before, in HTML format. You just copy and paste that code, that ugly code that you're gonna get. You can give it to your web designer if you have one, your outsourcer, if you will, or you can also have Aweber host it. In our case, I'm just gonna use integration with Leadpages or ClickFunnels, and I'm gonna show you in a second how simple and foolproof is that option. So let's it's already published in my case on Aweber. So now we have the forms. If you go to sign up forms, it should be in there. There you go. And obviously it shows display 0, submissions 0. So we have no leads, we didn't send any traffic, we didn't get nothing. Obviously it's a brand new form. However, if you go to a different list, you'll see, for example, let's go to this one. There are submissions, people submitting their information, right? So that's how you get leads. So let's go and set up our follow-up campaign. So let's go back to the correct list, which is our weight loss tips. Now go to the messages, click on messages, and we're gonna set up a follow-up series. So this is where you add your follow-up series. So when people go, let me explain, let me paint the big picture for you. Your goal is, right, with Aweber Autoresponder is to be as big of the list as you can, because obviously the more subscribers you have on your list, the more results you're gonna create in your business. The more leads you're gonna collect, right, the more sales you will make. But how do you make those sales? Well, we send them follow-up emails, right? So it could be tips, it could be case studies, it could be testimonials from previous customers if we're selling some kind of weight loss pills or exercise equipment or exercise manuals, if you will, like a program to lose 10 pounds in the next 30 to 60 days or something like that, right? So we'll send them follow-up email. First email probably going to be a welcome email. Hey, welcome to our world. Thanks for opting in. Thanks for giving us trust, right? Thanks for believing in our product. And our goal is to help you and educate you on making the right decisions, right? With so many options in the marketplace, you have so many different weight loss products, so many different books and programs and television programs, right? And online courses. We want to educate you and help you make the right decision. And eventually, people will buy from the first email, people will buy from the second email. Some people need to see maybe 7 emails, 14. On average in our marketing, people need to see your marketing message anywhere from 7 to, I would say, 10 times. Usually after that time, they either not interested or they maybe bought a competitive product, right? Like from your competitor. So our goal is to give them really good follow-up email campaigns. So for example, in one of my opportunities, my Make Money Online business opportunity space, which I promote, I have a prospect list and I have also a buyers list. So those customers that purchased, and we're going to talk about segmenting as well. When they decided to buy your product, they pulled out the credit card and said, well, I want to buy it. Well, what do we need to do? We need to remove them from the prospect list, right? Because you don't want to bombard them from the emails with the emails to buy where they already purchased that product, right? Makes sense, right? So you want to move them to your buyers campaign and remove them from leads, from prospects. And we're going to talk about segmenting and automation rules in a second. But let me show you what it looks like. So for example, in one of the opportunities, I have follow-up emails, right? So when people go to my form, go to the landing page, they get this first email. Awesome, it worked. It's really conversational format. We're gonna talk about ad copy as well, probably in a different video, because I can talk about it for hours. I have tons of experience under my belt after making multiple seven figures online. But I'm gonna give a bonus to people. If you don't have Aweber, for example, I'll put a link below. And if you want to get a trial, you'll get 30 days to try Aweber for free. And also I'll give you a free bonus. I'm going to give you my swipe file, my personal swipe file I used over the years, that you can just basically copy and paste, change subject lines, and replace my product with your product or your offer, right? So for example, the first email, awesome, it worked, right? 38% open rate, which is really, really high. Normally, industry average for follow-up emails, somewhere between 15 to like 25%. 38% is really good. And as you can see, it's like second email open rate lowers. It drops to 19% and it's 20%. So it's hovering somewhere between like 14 to 22%, which is good, right? For the niche that I'm promoting, right? Make money online, online businesses. So with that, this is what it looks like over the next 7 days. I have some of the in some of my lists, I have a lot longer campaigns, but let's go to our campaign and do it from scratch. So our weight loss tips, Facebook. So 3 options for the first email. You can do a drag and drop email builder, plain text message, that I don't recommend, or you can use HTML editor. So don't be afraid. I've been obviously using HTML editor for years, and it's really WYSIWYG. What that means is what you see is what you get, right? So it's very simple to use. However, for new people, that recommend drag and drop email builder, which we can go over as well. So let's start with HTML editor, which is very, very simple to use. So it's a plain window, right? This is where your subject line goes. This is where your body of the email goes. Also, we're going to talk about inboxing tips in this video. Hopefully we have enough time, but very, very important, because if you're sending follow-up emails or broadcasts and they're going to a spam folder, nobody's reading them, nobody's opening them, nobody's clicking on your links, nobody's buying anything, right? So it's the biggest mistake that people make, especially new people, is that they never test their emails for being spam compliant, right? Spammy keywords, obviously like illegal stuff like fire guns and stuff like that will get you to a spam folder, or some illegal drugs or whatnot. In our space, make millions online, right? You don't want to like promise something that you cannot deliver, and obviously make $1 million overnight by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning is very, very very spammy, and obviously it's not real, so it will go to a spam folder. So this is where you would I'll give you a file with my swipe copies. I have a private Facebook group where I have tons and tons of swipe copies. Let's see, let me go to my private Inner Circle Facebook group that I run, where I do trainings every single week. And in there we have something called files, and on the files we have tons of swipe copies. So cool subject lines you should be using in your marketing. For example, like something that's, curiosity driven, something that's will get more opens, because your goal as a marketer is to get more people on your offer, right? More people opening your emails. How do you get that? While using enticing ad copy, right? Something like final chance, 7-figure blueprint, gone tonight. But that's something that you probably would send maybe on day 7, right? If you're doing a launch, for example, right? So the machine is coming, for example, that's curiosity driven. Which machine is coming, right? So something like that. So play around those words. For example, we can do something like if we're promoting weight loss product, let me just think really quick. We can say goal in your mailbox. We can say, no, we can start case study. So this, for example, this one, curiosity story driven, right? Results, my Facebook case study. So let me implement that for the weight loss niche. So I would say something like results. So we're talking about results in advance, right? We're showcasing a case study, maybe a previous customer, maybe somebody who used the product before and they successfully lost weight due to that product. So I would say something like, look, she did not believe she could lose weight after all these babies she had, for example, right? After all these babies. So it's really curiosity driven. So for somebody, you have to put yourself in a prospect shoes. For somebody who is trying desperately to lose weight after maybe that person had lots of babies, right? You get baby weight, right? It's really hard to lose it, especially as you get older. So it's really something that promises results in advance, right? So results, look, and then you put yourself in the same shoes as that prospect. You're very skeptical. You try different diets, nothing worked, and she says, "Well, look, she didn't believe either that she could lose weight after all this baby." So it's really curiosity driven. It's pretty good. We can probably do better, but I think it will do for now, right? And this is where you're gonna write the copy. Maybe you have swipe email copies from your product or services. Maybe you're doing affiliate marketing like I do. A lot of times they provide that swipe copy for you. So this is where your body of the email is gonna go. For now, it's gonna be just blah, 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 because I don't wanna take 30 minutes to write the email or 20 minutes or whatever it would take me, right? So this is where your email is gonna go. This is where your call to action is going to go, CTA, right? So after you give the story, maybe a link to a YouTube video or something like that with that case study, or a download link to your PDF book, your ebook that you promised on the capture page. Do a call to action, right? So a lot of marketers, well, a lot of new people, I should say, most marketers know how to do CTAs, right? Forget to do CTAs, like new people, right? So call to action, what do you want that person to do? Go to the website, right? Buy the product, maybe watch another video. So this is where CTA is going to go. So for more information, go here, right? You can do something like this, increases clicks, right? And then you're going to highlight that, right? this is where you're going to put your name, obviously, your name. I'm going to go here. Your Facebook page link, maybe. Increases, to remove, it decreases skepticism, if you will, if they see your real person, right? So there's your Facebook page link, maybe your Instagram link, maybe your phone, maybe your business phone, right? So this is your contact information, but more importantly, we need to create the link here. So very simple, you're gonna highlight that, you're gonna click on this little icon here, link, and you're going to create the link. So whatever your website is, for example, you're selling that particular product and your website is let me show you what I do with Leadpages, because that's going to really, really open up your mind what you can do. So ClickFunnels, Leadpages, very similar. I just like to use Leadpages. So this is another webinar I did teaching how to do Bing ads on Bing as opposed to Google. How we turned over $200,000 into over $600,000. So basically we tripled our ROI. So it's a very simple page, YouTube video, and a link, right? So for example, this could be your link, right? So this could be your sales video. So I'm gonna click publish. I'm gonna take the link. As you can see, no websites to mess with. It's a direct link that Leadpages hosts for me. I can go and check it, click on view page, and this is my link, right? Check this out. Right? This is my video. Hey, my friend, my name is Aweber. You see how simple this is? So then I'm gonna take this link. So imagine this is our weight loss product. We're not selling $60,000 television here, obviously. We're not selling the Bing training webinar, which I am, right? So we're gonna take this link, and your video is gonna be all about weight loss product, for example, right? So this is our link that we need to put in that follow-up email, right? You see how everything like comes together like a big puzzle, right? All these puzzle pieces kind of connect to each other, and now it makes more sense. So we're gonna put that link. It's gonna verify the link. Link is valid, so we got a green checkbox. If you get a red icon, then there's something with spelling of the link of your website, of the page. So you need to double check that, right? So a lot of times HTTPS will go to HTTP, and that might break it, so make sure it works, right? And we're gonna test it right now. So now you see it's highlighted, it's hyperlinked. I would also put a link in your PS section, postscriptum, right? I would say, hey, you really need to check this out before midnight, because maybe at midnight this offer is expiring, right? So this creates urgency and creates more clicks for you, right? I'm trying to help you make more money with email marketing. This is my specialty. I teach people how to do email marketing in the right way. I do a lot of personal coaching as well, and this is basically what we go through, right? So this increases clicks. Let's highlight that as well and put the same link. So boom, now we have two opportunities to sell a product or service, right? And in your copy here, you're probably gonna have another link as well. So that way you have like multiple links for people to click on, because you have to put yourself always in people's shoes. They might be busy, they might be commuting to work. Let's say they're stuck in a grocery line, maybe they're shopping, they're doing food shopping, and now they have this thing called smartphone. They can open the email and they scroll really quickly. They're getting distracted by all this stuff going on around them. Everybody's busy. Maybe it's a single mom. She needs to feed the kids, right? So then she checks this email from you, and I'm like, oh my God, she lost 10 pounds in 30 days. Wow, let me check this product. And you have multiple links. So she scrolls really, she might be like reading only one paragraph. And that way you get more opportunities for her to click on your link. You follow what I'm saying? So that way you get more sales, you get more opportunities to sell. So this is what we do. Then we save, right? We're done with this first email. This is the first email, right? So it's gonna take you a few days to create follow-up email campaigns, unless you have swipe copies that you can just copy and paste and just put your name, your contact information, your videos maybe, which I would definitely recommend that you do more videos, because it's definitely going to increase your business. Been doing this for years. Yes. So so this is the first email. It's in the draft. So what we need to do, we need to add it to the follow-up email series. So before you do that, send the test emails. I want to make sure that we land in the inbox, not the spam folder. So we're going to click on send a test email first. And this one of my emails, so feel free to to email me if you need to, but I get lots of emails. So let me check and see if we hit it in the inbox. Let me refresh. And my vacation or reply is on. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we hit the inbox, so it's really good. I do recommend testing Yahoo as well. However, and you see this link is hyperlink, so we can just click on that and it should go to our sales page. This is what we want, right? See how everything works in conjunction, right? Everything makes sense. Hopefully it makes more sense now, right? And if you need to review this, you can rewind and do this while you're watching this. Like I told you, if something doesn't make sense, just pause it, implement it, right? The best way to do it is to take fast, immediate action. And it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you're taking action, you like head and shoulders above everybody else. You see how this button comes up? They go to the offer, and now they can buy. This is a webinar I was promoting, but also there's a opportunity for them to buy as well. So this is very, very simple to do this kind of pages on ClickFunnels or Leadpages. So I definitely recommend, I'd actually definitely recommend for you guys, for new people, to use Leadpages because it's a lot cheaper as opposed to ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is like $97 a month. Leadpages starts, I think it's like $29, and you get 30 days for free as well. So that way you can create this, sexy looking pages really fast, really quick. So this works. So our email landed inbox. Congratulations, my friend. You like 20% closer to the end goal. We're almost there. So if it landed in the spam box, because a lot of people ask me, well, Alex, what do I do if my emails go to spam folder? Well, you might want to change from email address. You might want to test different options. You might want to play with the subject line. You might want to play with the links. Okay, 3 reasons why you might be hitting the spam is spammy keywords, make millions overnight, lose, I don't know, £1 million overnight, if you will. Firearms, illegal drugs, stuff like that. That normally is considered to be illegal, right? So if it doesn't help with the keywords, playing with the words, it still hits inbox, it's most likely your from email address. So you gotta go to list settings and change it here. So you would test different domain, different email address, and that should normally solve that. And that's it, my friends. So now you have 1 follow-up emails, right? Well, it's actually still in the draft. So what we need to do, we need to add it to our follow-up email. So you're gonna click on add to follow-up series. Now you have this option. You want to track clicks. Yes, it's on by default. So that way you know how many clicks are you getting from each follow-up and the broadcast. Okay, so now it's gonna be your first follow-up email. And this is how you do it, my friend. This is how the cookie crumbles. Very simple. A lot of my campaigns go for like 30 days and beyond. I have one campaign that goes for like a year, which is crazy, like over 300 emails. But that way, like, look, I did my work once, right? I drove traffic. People opted in. They're getting my follow-ups every single day for like a year until they unsubscribe or buy, basically, right? So this is how you do it. This is your first email. Congratulations. Now you can also send a broadcast. So check this out. Let me make sure I'm not jumping the gun. So for example, right, 500, like this broadcast, 570 people opened, 60 people clicked. So it's not bad. It's like 10% click-through rate, right? And I think 2 people purchased $1,000 product because I put we had $1,000 discount. Normally it's a $2,000 product. So they purchased 2 products, which made me $1,000, right? $500 commission each. I get 50% commission on that product, right? So that's pretty cool, right? And this is how you do marketing. This is how you literally make money while you sleep with Aweber Autoresponder. So like I said in the beginning of this video, your list is your #1 asset. So I also recommend backing up your list and cleaning your list like every 3 to 6 months. So let's go over that before I forget. So this is how you back up your list. You go like in my example, I have 27,000 subscribers. Some people have 100,000 subscribers. I know some marketers have over 1 million subscribers on the list. So think about this way. For a lot of people ask me, how much money do you make? Well, normally for every subscriber, you should be making $1 per month every 30 days. So that means if you have 1 million subscribers, you can technically make million, like 7 figures a month by promoting similar offers, cross-promoting offers, doing different stuff. But this is gonna get too advanced. I don't wanna overwhelm you right now, but just know this. The bigger list you make, the more money you're gonna make. The better relationship with your list you make, with those follow-up emails, by being real with people, the more money you're gonna make, right? So it's money is not just on the list, it's in the relationship with the list, right? So the more people that trust you and follow you, the more money you're gonna make, right? Common sense, right? So with that, let's go over backing up our list. So we're gonna click on manage list. I believe it's here. Yeah, backup and export all active lists. Click on that, create backup, and Aweber is gonna send you a notification once the backup is there, and you can just download Excel file to your hard drive, to your computer. Also, let's go over importing, right? Very important. A lot of people ask, well, can I import my list? Well, it depends. It's yes and no. So if you purchase the list from some eBay listing, for example, from somebody who's saying like, hey, buy, 10 million subscribers for $200 or something like that. Well, those are not real leads. Those are not real emails. A lot of them are fake emails. A lot of them will cause problems with Aweber. So do not do that. Do not do that. A lot of times we start, online business, we're looking for shortcuts. Guys, shortcuts don't exist. Trust me. I tried them all, right? The only way to do it properly is to build your list one person at a time. However, if you have offline business, let's say maybe you're a dentist, maybe you're a chiropractor, maybe you have a store where you sell, I don't know, some cell phones, or you sell electronics, or you sell clothing, whatever it is, you have existing customer base, well, that way you can import your list. Probably it's a small list, so I don't recommend importing huge lists, but you can try and see if you get approved. So you're gonna go to subscribers, and you're gonna click on import, add subscribers. So don't do it manually. Upload you. I mean, if you have less than 10 people, obviously you can. But if you want to upload larger list, I recommend maybe 200, 300 people at a time, not more than that, and see if you get approved. However, here's another tip for you. I do recommend cleaning your list to get rid of all the fake email addresses and all their misspelled email addresses. So for that, I think you can use Bright Verify. There's a couple of things that I do when it comes to cleaning the list. But Bright Verify gets my recommendation. They do the right job, and they don't charge a lot of money. So Bright Verify, very simple. You upload the list, you clean the list, and they give you a cleaned list. You download it. And a lot of times you can also integrate this with Aweber. So there's API keys. You go there and you connect your Bright Verify to Aweber, and you can actually clean the list on demand. Like, for example, I cleaned this list September 11 last year, for example, right? And that removed I had 5,000 misspelled email addresses, or people that just went on do not email me list and stuff like that. So I just cleaned that list. What it does is it improves your delivery, improves your open rates, improves your click-through rates as well. So definitely do this every 3 to 6 months. Cannot stress this enough. So with that, go back to import, right? After you get cleaned list, now you can import your list. And this is where you do it. Very simple, very easy, but make sure you always clean your list. Let me make sure that I covered everything with you guys. So import is very important so you don't get banned and you don't get really bad results. Now let's go really quick about broadcast, because that's where you really make the most money, and how to maximize those profits, and how to stay out of the box, out of the spam box. Very important. I think we just covered that, but again, let me reiterate again. Clean your list regularly, guys. Every 3 to 6 months, use Bright Verify, and that should really, keep you out of trouble. So let's go over broadcast. My favorite subject, my favorite thing to do is to send emails, because that's how we get paid. I think I just got notification that I got my backup file. So this is the email you're gonna get. Your backup is ready to download. Boom, boom, boom. You can download it, and that way you have a backup. Okay. So let's go over broadcast. So let's go to our homepage. Very simple. So now you know how to. Let's recap. Now you know how to create the list. Now you know how to create the follow-up emails, and how to maximize those clicks. Right. Now you know how to import your subscribers, your leads, right? And you know how to export them, right? How to back it up. Very, very important. We're going to go over reports in a second as well. But my favorite subject is how to send this and get paid, right? So let's go to my broadcasts. I think I was sending from this list. My VIP list, yeah. Let's go to broadcasts. And as you can see, here's one thing you can do. Here's one, like I'm gonna give you a tip. For example, we're working with our draft, right? Which is really in our weight loss list. So let's go to that list, because it gets, see, once you build more and more lists and get more and more lists, it's easy to get lost, but pay attention, you'll never get lost. So broadcasts, let's create one from using the one we created from follow-up series. So what you can do is this. You can copy to drafts, right? Just made a copy of that email. And now you can schedule a broadcast. So when you do a broadcast, what's a broadcast? A lot of people ask, well, it's a newsletter, right? It's a broadcast in that moment. A lot of times you get like Groupon notifications, Groupon emails, you get, I don't know what you into. Best Buy, for example, sends you emails every single day, right? So those are broadcasts, right? And that generates immediate sales. So don't rely just strictly on follow-ups, and I'm going to show you in the reports, because if I only relied on follow-up emails, I would make probably like 10 times less money over the years, right? Because most of my money and most of your results are going to come from broadcasts. So you cannot ignore broadcasts. You just simply must do it every single day. You can do it once a week, but I recommend doing it like once a day, so you don't have to pitch and sell every single time. You can provide value. You can invite them to your YouTube channel. By the way, if you're getting value from this video, smash that like button, click on subscribe, and that way you get notifications on my other videos. There's a little bell icon, I think, in the down below on the right. Click on that, and that way you will get notifications when you see when I upload new videos. So this is how you do a broadcast. This is how you really simply just copying the same email, or maybe you're getting a swipe email copy from your program affiliate offer that you're promoting, and make sure you select the right list. So this is where segmentation comes into play. If we're promoting weight loss product, I'm not gonna promote weight loss product to my online business lists, my network marketing list, to my affiliate marketing lists, right? But if you promote it, let's say you have multiple lists that you built over the years in weight loss niche, well, that's what you're gonna do. You can create you can select multiple lists to send to, and you can also exclude lists, which is something you're probably not gonna do from the get-go, but you can probably include other lists if they're in the same niche, right? So in our case, we're just gonna send to one list. So you click apply, and that's it. Send message now. You can also schedule it. So a lot of people ask me, like, when do I send my emails? I recommend sending email once in the morning, if it's normally between 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time, New York time. That seems to be generating the best results for myself and for a lot of marketers. We send emails in the morning, and I also send emails at night after people come back from work. If it's a make money online niche, for example, people are exhausted. sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck, right? They hate their job. So after they have dinner with the family, like 8 p.m., now they have time to check their inbox, and this is where you hit them, right? This is when you send the broadcast. So maximum results, morning time, evening time for some longer content. So if I have a webinar, for example, to promote, like people need to find an hour to watch it, well, chances are they're not going to have time in the morning, so it's best to send it at night. So use common sense. Think where people are at that particular time zone, right? Where they could be doing, having dinner, they just came back from work, they're getting ready to go to work. Is it Monday? Is it the weekend? Always think about that. I'm gonna record another videos, more videos on email marketing for you guys, tips and tricks. Can't believe I'm doing this for free, but I love to help people out there that might be just thinking about myself being in your shoes 10 years ago. I wish somebody was showing this kind of stuff for me as well. Back in the day, it wasn't as much value and content available at the moment's notice. So with that, you can schedule your emails for the later time. So for example, if I want to send a webinar replay, I would send it to like 8 p.m. maybe, right? Boom, boom, boom. Apply, schedule message, done. Simple as that. So I think we covered everything. So how to send broadcast for maximum profits, how to stay out of the spam box. Don't use spammy keywords. Don't use spammy keywords. Always test your inboxing. Also, there is a way to see the spam score as well here. If I did not schedule it, you would see it here. So Aweber is actually smart enough to give you a score rating on each email. So if it's around 0, you're good. If it's 1 or 2, it's okay. 3, 4, 5 spam rating, you need to go back and see what's going on. Maybe you're using too many spammy keywords, maybe too. Also, like, don't use different fonts. Don't use too many images, HTML images. Don't use like different italics and bolds, and too many of them will create spammy looking email, and chances are it's gonna go to spam folder. So don't do that, all right? So if you got value from this video, again, subscribe to my channel, like this video. I reply to all the comments. If you have a question, I'll be glad to answer your questions. If you don't have Aweber, you can get 30-day trial right now. If you click my affiliate link in the description, I'll also include my bonus for you. I'll give you my file, right? Swipe file that I accumulated over the years. It has hundreds and hundreds of ideas for your email marketing. It's gonna save you tons of time, so you don't have to come up with the ideas and content as you learn this email marketing game. So with that, thanks for watching. Take massive action. Don't procrastinate, because if I can do this, so can you. All right. See you on the top. There might be some links to other videos, recommended resources, tools. Check out description. Use Leadpages or ClickFunnels if you like it. And with that, take massive action. I'll see you guys on the top.